When it comes to working towards success and achieving our goals, the kind of mindset that we have matters to decide whether we're going to achieve them or not, right? Whether we have a positive mindset that can push us forward and get us closer to our dreams and goals, or we may have a negative mindset that holds us back. The decisions we make today have an impact on our future, right? On our dreams and our goals. Yet we still find ourselves unable to focus and we find ourselves getting distracted, even though we know that this is what we want to be doing. We want the result of doing this. That's exactly what this video is going to talk about. How we can stay focused and aware enough that we're able to do the work that we need to do. Thing I would like to start with is being aware of how great the issue is, right? This for me was the first thing, coming to the realization. Now this in itself was hard because it wasn't just me thinking about it, right? It was more like me talking to my friend and having an honest conversation, and he kind of opened my eyes. And you know, I'm always telling everybody, hey bro, I'm gonna be rich. Hey bro, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be rich. Telling everybody, if you kind of ask anybody, they kind of know, like, hey, this kid wants to be rich, or I'm gonna be rich. Kind of what I'm telling them, right? I'm gonna be successful, all that good stuff, right? But when it comes to actually doing my work when I'm alone in private, do I do it? Sometimes I don't, and when I don't feel good about it, right? And basically, I came to realize how bad this was for me, because it means I was just delaying my process of achieving my goals. And every day that we make a decision to not do something is every day that we are changing our future, right? Every day you're making the decision to not be rich, to not be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Every day that you stay in bed is another day that you just technically wasted, that you didn't use to be a better you. So I further discussed my issues with my sister, and we created a system of accountability, at least a working system of accountability, right? Right then and there, as we were speaking about it, we kind of came to the conclusion that, hey, if we write down things that we shouldn't be doing and, kind of take it in the form of a challenge, right? And then you write down all these things that you shouldn't be doing. And personally, for me, it was watching Netflix and Hulu. And, it's like, hey, if you do any of these things for a month, within this month, then you owe the other person $20, right? And then what I found was, after literally day one, was that I was on YouTube more often, wasting time instead, right? If I didn't want to do work, I'd be on YouTube, right? It pushed me to work a little more, but I was still on YouTube watching pointless YouTube videos. So now I added YouTube to the system, right? And I know that if I break any of these rules, I'm really only hurting myself, right? So what would I break any of the rules? Because I want this, right? I see this as a challenge and it works, right? And it works for me, right? So the system of accountability works for me. And why would I want to break it, right? It gives me enough motivation to stay on task, right? Because now I find myself rather bored doing nothing, thinking more, talking to friends more, or just out and about. Which brings me to a video I found by Dr. K, The Science of Self-Control, where he basically says that awareness is self-control. And what this means is when you're laying down there and the only thing you're doing is thinking, you kind of feel this pressure, this feeling, this thought maybe, that tells you, hey, you really shouldn't be laying down, you have an assignment to do. And now what you can do is either put off that assignment and you say, screw it, I'm gonna do it later, I'm gonna think about it later. See that word right there, I'm gonna think about it later, which basically in that right in itself is you stop thinking about it, you stop being aware of it. At least you allow yourself to be okay with it, and in that moment you essentially lose the self-control to do the assignment, right? So it's like awareness is self-control, which it kind of makes sense with me, it sits with me, right? So it's like when you have more time to think, because you can't watch YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, you can't scroll on Instagram, you can't do pointless browsing, right? When you can't do any of these things, right, you have more time to think. And when you have more time to think, you have more time to battle yourself about the assignment that you should be doing. And more often than not, you will eventually convince yourself. At least for me, I eventually convince myself. And now this may be in the form of me getting straight up and going to my laptop and doing my work. Or it may be in the form of me doing a meditation for 15 minutes and then going and do my work that way, right? Because have more time to think, which gives me more time to fight myself, which if I can convince myself to do the assignment, then I'm gonna go do the assignment because I gave myself enough reason to go do this assignment, right? So basically, boredom kind of helps you do your assignment. So if that means you have to give somebody, a family or a friend, your TV for, you know what I'm saying, for like a few days, then so be it. If that's gonna make you do your assignment, and now I know that might sound a little extreme to some and not possible to others because you're living with your family. There's other measures, right? Like giving them the TV in your room, or giving them your phone for a certain amount of time, or just giving them permission to snatch the blanket off of you in the morning when they wake up, if they wake up earlier than you, just because it'll help you go about what you want to go about, right? So it's like, hey, if the shoe fits, wear it. Because if it's going to make you do more work, then do it, right? This system of accountability seems kind of random. At least to me, it's nothing that we've kind of done before. It seems a little random, but it's working for me. It's literally the only reason that this video is even being made because at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. when I come home from work and I can't watch Netflix, YouTube, or Hulu, like I'm just gonna edit and work on my script, right? And when I work on my script, I'm like, this isn't a terrible video. I kind of want to make this video, and hey, I can't really sit around this morning and do nothing. So hey, let's get to making this video because I'd rather make the video than be bored, right? So it's like, if the shoe fits, wear it. But ultimately, to succeed and to really achieve your goals, you have to put in effort and keep on trying and keep on looking for ways to be strategic, right? And to find ways to maintain awareness enough that you can find a solution and implement that solution in a way that it works for you, right? So I'm not in your life. I'm not sure what you're going through. People have bigger problems than others, and I can't just speak for everybody, but hey, I would honestly start from within. I would start by thinking about what I can change. So if I'm giving an example in my own life, right? I personally would say, what can I change in my life in order to get me to work better, right? And when I was thinking about that, I came to, hey, I waste a lot of time watching Netflix and Hulu. How can I remove that? And that's when my sister came in, right? And it's like, okay, hey, well, now that I can't watch Netflix and Hulu, I found myself browsing pointlessly, watching pointless YouTube videos, going on YouTube Shorts instead of Instagram or Facebook Shorts. So I added those to the list, and then I found myself sleeping a little more, right? Which I still haven't solved, right? But hey, it's still more work than, say, watching Netflix and Hulu for a few hours. So anyways, that was my video on how to be more productive. Hopefully it works for you. Hopefully you gained something from this video. And hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Hopefully I edited it correctly. But it's been a little bit since I posted. So anyways, you have a great day, guys. And stay productive, stay consistent, stay strong, you know what I'm saying? Have a good one.